Be the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Honorable Kwame na Afanyawa Kings yada so woni chen na abusua waka asem bi akire wona aban we ba ye watwe o ase de mako gina ko se sikasem anase corruption related charges bi ebo wo ho na waka asem bi de che chairman antwebo osiakon wodi bi aka asem ya kire owura osese bi Gifty Oware eye owura do Boahen na eye Professor Ameyaw Akumfi abusua asaban na Honorable Kwame na Afanyawa Kings wakache sankufu ya endi sama yekobai watwe mu ase de mako gina ko se sikasem bi wo mu ho ebo mu abusia kame ho na me mo hwi ne enko na nsema hodo bi a wodi go pono so na wo cheche nsemu ye pa amaganafo anase MPP amayekofo no atimu ate o mo ho ase e wo sansen wem yenko ne mo ko TV mra yeba Nsem-Pii TV sele dada ye kan no ensema hodo a egu ya pono so no yebesan enye na tifo ache.
For those who are facing prosecutions and investigations, don't be heartbroken. Don't be sorry for yourself. Listen. Those, and I'm speaking to the heart of all those going through prosecution, going through investigations. Look, Mama wakumentu, Mama in bomu. It boils down to one thing: collective spirit. Politician be a bokon social. A politician, not the one shem, the Ameyaw semima. And social is bokum, you'll be targeted. I go through all manner of attacks. What do we waste my time for?
Physical attacks and not verbal attacks.
Oh, all inclusive.
Wow.
In myself.
Both physical and verbal.
Everything. But I tell myself that my stepfather, who was at Pomazi Pottery, was demoted and transferred after 96 election.
Because of MPP?
He didn't give up. Why should I give up? Say NDC4, wabayam deno. My determination is to fight for my party. JB Dankwade Owu prison. And then answer, I pounce on Obechebi Lamte. Ne footage be during the funeral. Obechebi Lamte died in prison. 1963. Obechebi Lamte. We were prison. Wachini tu efiazi. Pa grant mu na was ofay. Ba force ya koto. Impeyinfo na wote party no NLM wogum wode party mbobaz and wabre. But they were men of conviction and principle. Wakron social. In the MPP biara, look at Bost MD. What's the name? Professor.
Yeah.
Obia for the first time in the history of Bost, one more company are profitable. Then you arrest him. I want to tell Professor, my brother Professor, you know what? Weep not, my brother. Be self-inspired. Just wipe your tears. These ravening clouds shall not long be victorious. They shall not long possess the sky. And to all MPP appointees, ministers, activists going through difficult moments, let these difficult moments inspire you to serve your party. Or your social. The young man disifuna was set up bail terms. One day, it will come back and haunt them. Who think that Mawapen Awaryan says it's a 1 year beer. We are going into the second year and third year. If they think that they will not enforce the law with a human face, so be it. They should go ahead. But ancher or nothing. Inti minyanum MPP for them mesranye akruye. Say na ye nyansafo a part ntum nkwanekan. Yengu yengu de tinapon mu bio. Yenti yenwu ase. Yenwu de ye yazekor ye yefuru kunu ye mumba.
Okay.
Etim na akam. Eyi nkasa. them, suspicion, name calling, targeting people. Now let me say something. Time I make secondary school, there was this woman, our friend Mrs. Awatri Pratt. May God bless her soul. Woo. Mrs. Awatri Pratt, our friend Emino Nyemenyanku Brebo, our friend Ebenezer Akpanu. Ebenezer Akpanu is a medical doctor in the Neyako St. Augustine's. No friend Yakro Nasser. Make a fancy crack. Then what's a sir? Yeah, mammy, no, a teacher, your friend anti teacher. A friend Yakro Nasser. No catching in there. Remember, St. Augustine's now Morocco. Munke Mude Moko Jina Beautiful Frubi na Munko Shiaze. Nanda Munke Mude. You be Risa Kai na Obofoma on in Chede the first.
Okay.
The masterman has a 2 year to court. Boahen. In the end, Akpanu is a medical doctor. I became a lawyer. It is okay for every politician to be ambitious. A politician without ambition is not a proper politician.
Okay.
If you are a politician, you must be ambitious. In fact, you must aim for the trophy. To be a speaker, to be president, to be vice president, to be minister, to be leader of your party, to be national chairman, etc., etc. Nothing stops you from being ambitious. At all levels in politics, maybe about target it is okay to be ambitious. However, in situations where you think as a politician, your ambition starts from the very moment a colleague fails, naturally you have a misplaced priority.
Okay. So we train say obi be hwe ase ansa na wani so di huna ba mu.
Or at all times you are scheming that someone you perceive as your competitor should fail.
Okay.
Then once it fails, an opportunity for you. I'm sorry, you are a failed politician, and that is what we have to watch. The collective success na obia beso nkwan wom. Look, Nyankopon wa hihye ni bibia o. Ame metra. Mandan dwene de. Motu my whip, let alone deputy leader and a leader. What did I say?
One so die.
We came into power 2016. More boss Gabi Osare Ochre Dako Masari Ochre Dako. AKA Prime Minister. Dokura Metro memoir. I'll write several pages in his honor. Gabi. Yaba power. Ya ye jumazin. Power aba. Post a watch menyebi. Even in parliament, committee impo.
And want to committee so.
No. Many committee leadership.
Right.
But now new MPs, newcomers were leaders at committee level.
Why? Who be sound question no?
But we had people like Gabi sitting me down and telling me that, Alex, how old are you? You are in your 30s. Go and work hard. Politics is always like that. Work hard. Pray. Work hard. I remember one early morning, an incident occurred where a senior person in the party was pleading with somebody to give me the chance to serve on a committee.
Committee so of course
and the person said no, I won't allow. And the senior person told me that take it easy. And I was going home. I was in my car, so dejected. And my friend Richard Sky gave me a hug and told me that, Dumega, in the fullness of time, all things shall align. That is why I have that Richard Sky quote in my office. Those were very low moments. Perhaps there were people who thought that crushing him would be an opportunity for them. But that's not how God does his things. Perhaps there were others. I remember Idi was writing some articles to project me, and I'd never met Idi. And somebody told him that, you two, why are you writing to talk about him? And that was upon the person texting Idi. Idi looked for me and came to show me. I was heartbroken. I said, and he introduced himself that I am Idi. I thought it was some old man because his writings were very deep.
Yeah.
And I met the young man for the first time. And I said, really? Oh. Meanwhile, that person had been made a deputy minister. So in the list, I was expecting the person not to even be shutting the young man up there. Hey, shut up.
Yeah, me too.
But in the Shazanyamiaye, Oshim Kranede, that should be Wahomo Obia. Inti say a party member, maybe a pejina you be enya. Say enya nda, ochina beden, benya. Don't sabotage the party.
Okay.
Why? I won my primaries in 2004. I was a candidate. I was supposed to be the MPP candidate in 2004.
Far back 2004.
And a day to filing, I wept at the castle. President Kufo, Jacob Echebilamte of blessed memory, Papa Usankuma, Lord Kome, Harune Seku of blessed memory, Damboche, Yaka tax returns mina. I was supposed to be the candidate of a future MPP. Was it? No, Usa. You see, legitimate. 208, I lost by a single vote. 22-23. Mokro constituency chairman election. 206, I lost it. 205. Mijina constituency chairman, I lost. Minya 17 votes out of 50. So politics in social room. Into your party member na in social be bawakwema. Man ye wa din da didn't say. Near sani wo fitele. Ombo ye nyina no. Mama nka da masam no. Ombo ye nyina den. Hwe won se chibe ya odawa. Nka ya odawo nse yem. Akufo-Addo obetine gwadi. Wa ye bia me ye nyina. Ebiana in Ansodo. Easy beam. Ebiana Akufo-Addo wa disappoint you. Easy beam. Ochina wo homo. Mbojati masa.
Metu asipa.
Inti mayama ya bemubu. Ye obi be say let's take a deep breath and be easy on ourselves. Zesibiano. Oye. Yenke mu de osum kokroko party no na yenya
yesum no
na yamfa ye na adwene nguje kor na mena wo mpemfo ka wo de ibuma obobeyi na so keboma ibuma oyeye na party no ntunu manu do na yentunu koye ne ka any more jezi
leader who started who can be say then a driver as a leader ne minority no mo ye adwuma so no e wo man yim rashi dwafi was unity and government aba menim say ka boso mienu na MPP kon na kama koto aba rashi dwafi no e bia atwe muti omo Kennedy omo Baumia omo CD wodi ambassa unity no a wo kan ye no asay how as a leader.
Well, so far, all those who have declared their support for one candidate or the other, I see some decency in their approach.
Okay.
And for me, that is okay. Initially, I was worried that it could affect us so badly because maybe uncontrolled utterances here and there. But so far, let me commend my colleagues. There is decency. It's a one kasema. There is decency. If you konidama to 31st, which is obabwa, because for me, I'm looking at the post 31st January. That is my main concern. That is why I took up this neutral or neutrality posture. And of course,
but do you have a preferred candidate?
No, it is not an issue of preferred candidate. Don't let us go into whether or not you have a preferred candidate. What is important is my conduct as a leader. It's not about getting into that. You cannot be a leader and be acting in a way that undermine the unity of the party. So President Kufuor is a leader. President Nana-Addo is a leader. The national chairman, the general secretary. You realize that all these individual leaders, have taken a certain posture. Chairman Council of Elders. You don't expect Chairman Hackman to go and make a declaration, or perhaps ask him who is your preferred candidate. No. Because post 31st January, these are the people who will have to do some legwork to ensure that a Korea then Abba Obi today Joe Osewusu, chair of the elections committee, because of his neutrality posture. If you there's a word declare Mobia and Kobutu will occupy that position exactly, and you can ask him what is your preferred candidate in Portrait Massa. So it is necessary for certain category of party leaders to take a certain posture
and stay neutral
and help the process of healing. And where I sit, nothing less is expected. And however difficult it is, I have to play that role.
What is aspirants in be comments or more year or more chita for Kasabia or more Kawa Bontia? Yana to say we are a member of the National Council and we are leader behind the scenes. Why engage you? We are mitigating measures being a more put in place and a bear and to prepare assuming you know the anymore you bet intend to elections.
Well, without going into specifics, I think so far the party machinery has done well in terms of drawing attention to candidates and their followers on the need to be measured in language use. Even today, the party met all aspirants. I was supposed to be there, but I just landed, so I couldn't go. But even today, in the party share all aspirants. Discussions towards the Korea, Asumdre, Oncherbia, Omampeyinda, Oncherbia, Omampeyinda, Akufrado, offer breakfast meeting, Wunifie, all aimed at ensuring that Nsem-Pii. It is a continuous process, and I think so far, so good. Yenina ya wanta bide oye egwa na ato iwe bushim na wope nti yendwen ochino ho, and I think that's what the elders have been drumming home.
Abusumi you know adi animo a ye kwakoto MPP abai a sensitive time to you as a leader, minority leader.
Well, it's a sensitive time to all party members. How are all the Yeshua say? How are the It's also a time a propaganda piece kodo. It is to be expected.
Ntumu obi kasapra usuro.
Careful. Jampeda mama mfatu bi bat also yi.
Parliament kakra do brain inti na ye jawo. From now obusumi mienu na aka yenim conduct of aspirants, conduct of party members, sympathizers, any party leaders. Say
simple. We should be measured. Plan who candidates the message. Shre aza onamuda or the watu candidate. That's all. And our candidate also ka za eba abema ebe za bua oman Ghana a onunti MPP Frank Nkito. Shre za indizi for work in the budget was it by what's so secure PPP was what a presidential jet. Really? You wanna what's the presidential jet, no here in Bia. 124-hour economy, me here he promote program he can must say 1 job 3 shifts. Sebi afimu na 0. Afọ ekwafo na afarfo ze bakada abenu ponju no issue budget no. So in terms of private sector mpon ankwankro dwumaye incentive or there was ma ankwankro dwumaye funpon incentive bi enyo ibio was electricity for one revenue akoso na when we free the revenue na akoso no is because they've increased tariffs by 18% plus. Okay, and software now MPP abrodo was it brought to for revenue collection or the company Haptel. They criticized Haptel and they themselves are praising Haptel software, and it's the same software that all born generate revenue. When impose doomsol levy it to petrol 1 litre bia 1 Ghana cedi watch it into mbamba kancha ndo IPPC no says ya mwenye skamu zi chonko, but you are imposing tax mobile no musi de no taxation. So if you levy mpo ado and then the doomsol levy are we impose here, that means that they are charging Ghanaians far more than 11 away on the no. Kushe galamse Nsem-Pii says that the galamse no for because was it gold board no only no promote galamse anymore.
You gold board no.
Oh, but of course, but do they have a system where they are differentiating between regular mining, and the gold from there and galamse gold? What or you put all good friends?